Yo, what's going on, beautiful Tomorrow family? Hope you guys are having a great day. Shout out to everyone who has seen this at a con and came through, showing love. Shout us to DM, left a positive comment, purchased some stuff on the website. Appreciate you guys. Man, we have issue 5 is looking to come out very soon, issue 5. And so if you haven't gotten issues 1 through 4, head on over to the website. It's either in the bio or it's going to be in the bio. So take a look at our bio. Head on over to the website. Pick up issue 1 through 4. Get some new merch. We got these real fly Rampage t-shirts that you can rock for Christmas. It'll be dope. So definitely shout out to you guys. One thing I wanted to highlight y'all about is, man, I've been going, I follow a lot of different channels, right? So I'm following different channels that talk about comics, that talk about comic book movies, and really just saturating myself in the comic book community. And something that I've seen is like, man, there's such noise on both sides, just like everything in life, right? Everything in life, you have very polarizing perspectives on either side. Politics, you've got polarizing sides on various perspectives. Religion, you've got polarizing sides on various perspectives. But even down to comic books. Comic books are terrible because of this, and the comic book industry, no, you're wrong, it's terrible because of that, and Me, I'm always a solution-driven type of a person, right? Like, what's the point of me congregating a community of people who just want to be mad all the time? So I'm not really interested in that. But what I am interested, and what I do see that this industry is in a unique place, right? Where everybody is trying to finger point and kind of put their finger on, like, okay, why is it in the current state that it's in? Because I don't think that you can really argue the fact that the comic book industry is not in a healthy place. Now, comic book properties are booming. The movies are making money for the most part. We've got some duds out there, but for the most part, the movies are very, very, very popular. The video games are skyrocketing. The merchandise is flying. Everybody's cosplaying as someone. So the popularity of the IP is trending north. But the foundation of all of these properties are the stories. It's the comic books. And when we look at the comic book industry right now, it's not in the greatest place. So my question to you guys, because you are the financiers of the comic book industry. The backers are the ones who are going to buy the product. The backers build the business. You got me too. You know what I'm saying? If I get a comic book for for another property that's not my own, I'm building that business because I'm the backer. So I'm curious, what do you guys think it will take for the comic book industry to start trending back in a healthy direction? Me, I'm old school. So I go back to thinking, what did I love as a kid, right? Now, I grew up in a low income area, so there weren't any comic book stores where I grew up. So I didn't grow up reading comic books. All of my comic book information came from cartoons that I would watch on Fox. So I can't really say, like, as a kid, I loved this in comic books, because I didn't read comic books as a kid. But as a kid, I loved this from the cartoons, and the few panels, because I never got comic books. I used to have to read a couple of Spider-Man panels from the kids section of the Washington Post. So literally every week I would only get like 4 or 6 panels. But it was just intriguing to me, right? The whole superhero secret identity. You know what? So I'm gonna stay right there. I'm not. For me, what it would take to revitalize the comic book industry would be to refocus on the stories of the the individual, not necessarily the superhero. Yeah, I want to see my superheroes do big things, do amazing things, and save the world. But I also want to see my superheroes, I want to see their personal life bleed over into their superhero life, right? And it's not to say that I'm looking for like this super deep and intrinsic story, but the allure is them as a civilian. The cool aspect is them as a superhero. That's cool. But the allure is them as a civilian. And just because they're alluring as a civilian, it doesn't mean that you have to write them weak. Because I see this happening a lot of times where I see how people write the civilian, and they always write them as like super weak, super unsure. Oh, I don't want to be a superhero anymore. It's like every superhero's personal life does not have to be written like that. I'm a very decisive person, so I don't really connect a whole lot with indecisive superheroes. You know, the superheroes like, oh, all of my family is at jeopardy and they're all in pain and it's all because I'm a superhero. I don't want to be a superhero anymore. The burden's too heavy. I don't connect with those superheroes because that's just not the type of guy that I am. So I don't mean that every superhero, their personal life, their civilian life, it doesn't have to be written with the burden of indecision always, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it does need to be interesting. Like, I've always been like super interested to learn more about Bruce Wayne. I'm like, yo, I've been rocking with this youngin' for like mad long. I don't know nothing about Bruce Wayne. I don't know what his favorite color is. I don't know where he likes to go on vacation. What type of TV shows does he like to watch? Does he like turtlenecks? Like, I don't know nothing about Bruce Wayne. And I've always been like, man, it would be pretty cool if I knew just a little bit. Like, I know more about Thomas and Martha Wayne than I know about Bruce Wayne. And I've always just thought like, yo, instead of giving a million different versions of Batman and multiverses and Batmans from the past and all this stuff, like, yo, how about we just, you know what I'm saying, break down a little bit about Bruce. And it doesn't mean that there has to be all this traumatic trauma associated with the character. It just means that you're just giving us an insight to who they are. So for me, that's one thing. I think that there's multiple things, but that's one thing I feel like would help set the comic book industry in the right direction by focusing and just opening up more chapters of who the superheroes are as people, without defaulting to them being weak people. So what do you guys think? I know I went on a rant right there, but what do you guys think? What do you think will help the comic book industry get back on track? Leave your comments. If you don't have any Tulin issues, go to our website, tulincomics.com. Pick up the latest issue. Pick up some merch. Tell your friends about it. It's Tulin, baby. Yeah.